music, you can just go to the store and buy the CD or the cassette because of the cover art and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And it's all digital and you can't see it. And so this is kind of like the same transition from collectible cards to digital stuff, digital art. But dude, there's all kinds of stuff out here. And I started digging into it this last weekend and kind of playing around with it. I actually put like $100 in to this market, and they have Garbage Pail Kids cards on there. They have Godzilla cards, Deadmau, William Shatner, just Street Fighter.
Sorry, that's funny.
Atari.
You can buy those, is what you're saying?
Atari. So the Atari, just a one pack of 10 cards for Atari, last I checked, was like $116 for a 10 card pack.
And this is all just virtual item.
Yeah, just virtual cards.
Yeah, it's what is it called? It's Ready Player One.
You have to have a wallet.
Yeah, it's Ready Player One. They're just getting us ready.
I don't know what that is.
You don't have seen the movie Ready Player One?
Oh yeah. Well, I don't know if I actually. No, I didn't ever watch it. Actually, I don't. I have it. I haven't watched it yet.
Play it in Discord. Okay. We'll make a movie night.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been doing comedy nights. Speaking of that, actually, watch on Twitter. I've been streaming. You actually showed up the other day. It wasn't that great though, that one. But I have another one. Actually, it was tonight.
Yeah,
don't do it on date night.
Dang it. That one was actually tonight. Anyway, Wax. It's called Wax or like Wax Coins. Wallet.wax.io. And so that's where you load your Wax balance, or you can like buy Wax coins or whatever is the currency that you use. But so you take the Wax, and then under the dashboard, it'll show you all the different D apps, or what they're called. So you have MLB, Godzilla, William Shatner, and it'll take you to those. What's crazy is all these packs that have debuted on this, you can't even buy them through the original site. You have to go to what is called a marketplace. So I go to Atomic Hub, and then you link your Wax wallet to Atomic Hub, and then you can purchase things off of Atomic Hub, and then they go into your Wax account, and they're digitally tied on the blockchain to you. You can transfer them to people. You can take cards and burn them so they're forever gone to increase scarcity. Yeah, it's kind of wild, man, how this stuff works.
Burn them all.
But I did Garbage Pail Kids with the Tiger King. They had Tiger King versions. So I actually bought the digital Wax packs. What's crazy, you buy a Wax pack and then you can open it, and it shows you what cards were inside, and then those cards are tied to your account. Or you can just buy a pack and not do anything with it.
So is it just one card virtual for the whole world?
They're numbered based on when they're opened. So let's say you have 5,000 common cards. If you're the first to get a Wax pack and you open it and you pull that card, you have card number 1.
Gotcha.
And then if somebody else opens a pack, they got 2, and so on. So it seems like there's a rush to get to it first, because you want to open your pack first before anybody else. But there's also rare cards in there too that obviously the more scarce they are, and if they show up in your pack, they're worth a lot of money. I mean, some of these things are listed in thousands of dollars. It's just wild, this whole market. And then once you buy this stuff, there's a actual app that you can download in the Android store or iOS to keep track of like your digital assets. It's called Token Head. So you pull up Token Head, and Token Head will show you like how many Wax coins you have, and then like what your Garbage Pail Kids cards are worth. So my Garbage Pail Kids cards were actually worth $40 yesterday. Today they're worth $51.67.
Which numbers do you have?
I pulled a Jazzy Joe, which is a Prism card. So it's Joe Exotic with just a lion or whatever.
Uh-huh.
But that one's worth like $11.46. That's 1,021 of 1,024. But other than that, I don't really see anything in everything else in here is like $1 or $2. And they range in numbers from, well, this one's 598 of 622. It's like the lowest one I've got.
That's some crazy stuff.
It's wild, man. It's actually kind of addicting. But the whole thing with the blockchain, it's been really hard to kind of try to streamline this and get this kind of easy for people to use. And I think they've actually kind of got this narrowed down a little bit because you literally just log into a website that has your stuff in there and you can enable two-factor authentication so that way you can kind of secure your account so nobody steals your digital asset. But anyway, I thought you would like that because I think Funko Pop is doing stuff with this.
Yeah, they just announced it like a week ago.
Yeah, and they've got games you can play too. I haven't really got into.
They own a board game company.
So I don't know, man. This is like the new big thing. And for people out there that do like stock trading and stuff, I don't know if you've ever heard of SPAC stocks, but Topps actually is a SPAC stock right now under the symbol MUDS, MUDS. And so I think that stock might actually do pretty good because this whole market's kind of just, I don't think people understand like how much money's been being spent on digital assets right now, which is kind of weird. So anyway, I thought you'd be interested in that because the Funko Pop stuff. Or Street Fighter. You get Street Fighter cards.
I mean, they got everything.
Dude, it's wild. The Atari ones are crazy. Some of those Atari cards are worth a fortune. People are asking like $350,000 for one card. So it's like a one of one that they just happen to pull.
So, Danny.
What's up?
I want to know. When did you start streaming?
Oh, it's been over a year now. I think it was probably like last February, March. It's been a good year.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I was like one of the first person that popped in there.
Yeah.
I remember pulling you up. I'm like, this guy seems cool.
Yeah, it started like March because I know it was like before St. Patrick's Day. And yeah, started on Mixer till it ended and then switched over to Twitch.
Have you thought about streaming on any other platforms?
Not really. I mean, no, to be honest. Junk. Okay. Everything else is junk.
I tried Glimish. Actually, let's take a look real quick.
I looked at when the transition first started, Facebook's whole UI, everything looked like it was drawn by a 7-year-old. It was horrible. Like you couldn't find people. Yeah, it was pretty bad. And then like I know some people use like Trovo, and I had trouble with that. That shit was a nightmare. And yeah, there's not. I mean, yeah, that was it for me after that.
You know who I think should crack into the streaming is GameStop. I think they need to rebrand or redefine their company and get into a streaming community, and also sell games into the community. You know, they can be a vendor and a provider all in one package.
They can rent them out. Streamers.
Kind of interesting.
Yeah. Rent this game and stream it.
Well, hey, for real. I mean, I play.
We'll promo you.
I play a bunch of games, so I mean, yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely got to be some kind of opportunity there for him. But Glimish, I tried Glimish. I don't know why everybody thought I was leaving to go over there permanently. I wasn't. I was just kind of curious with it. But there's only 28 live game channels right now over there.
Like
I
for
have
me,
one.
the
I just
first
haven't
thing
done
is
anything.
convenience, and they don't have an app or anything. It's not.
Yeah.
I mean, good luck to them.
Yeah, I don't know if it's taken off for them or not. I mean,
I don't know. I like when it started. I had a lot of people on Twitter that were like talking about it. I haven't really heard much about it lately. I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
I don't know if that's a good sign or a bad sign, right? No press is good press.
I ain't really heard shit.
Wait, no press is bad press?
Cricket.
It's press. Cricket. That's where I created one for the Gamer Couch podcast over there. Yeah. So everybody go smash that follow button over at Glimish TV. Baby. But I've been playing so this episode will be on there. So I've been playing like replays of the episodes and just streaming them over there. So that way people pick up on them, they see them, and you guys are getting some press time, I guess. Some free press.
Oh yeah. Like it.
It's awesome. What else we want to cover here?
Everything.
All right.
Where do you see your stream going in the next 5 years?
Nowhere. I'm just kidding. We'll see. I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of streaming now. It's not like how it was before. On Mixer, I was like full time, like schedule everything. Now it's more. I have more things to do in real life. So it's been more sporadic for me.
Dude, last year was like the bee's knees for everybody.
Yeah, it was.
It was like it was like, I say Mixer as far as like a mass amount of people able to devote full time to personal relationships over the internet.
Yeah. This is this is what I've come up with. This is my theory on it. On Mixer, like people had goals, okay? Like so let's not think of Mixer shutting down, okay? Like let's just assume it wasn't going to shut down. Everyone on Mixer, like, there was a criteria kind of to be partner, right? Like you had to have a certain thing, but it was like all doable stuff. Like as
it was
you just
obtainable.
As you grew, yes, like you can see that, with your girl, if you were going somewhere, where it was leading. So like a lot of people were like focused on that. Like a lot of people actually were like devoting the time and like putting in the resources and doing everything really to like get that. And on Twitch, it's like it's kind of an impossible thing to get. It's like stupid as fuck, to be honest. Like for a regular person, it's stupid as fuck. Like 75 something concurrent views for like 2 weeks straight or some shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like to me that's ridiculous. For like I said, for a regular person, like doing this as a, like, I guess that I wouldn't say full-time job, but like, like what I mean? Like a half-time job, whatever.
Uh-huh. Well, let me like put it in perspective,
hobby,
like
non-hobby. I don't know.
Let's put it in perspective like this. You said your dad trains MLB baseball players, right? Your uncle?
Yes. No. Well, my dad, he coaches teams, and a few of his players have made it to the MLB. Yes.
Yeah. So think of it like players that want to try and make it to the big show. Not everybody's going to make it there. That doesn't mean that everybody is terrible.
This is
it
true.
Just means, you
got double A, you got triple A.
Hey, we get some airtime.
Yeah.
We get some airtime.
What I'm saying is like not everybody's going to make it there. There's just I don't think the pool of people's big enough. Or maybe the pool of people is so large that it's impossible to I don't know. I don't know what it is.
I don't know what it is either.
You'd have to look at it. You'd have to look at who is and who is close and why. Because there's a few people who I've watched that get denied partnership a couple times but they've met all the criteria. But then, like, the third time they applied, they got it. It's interesting. Where's the transparency?
I mean, I guess it's all situational. You know?
And to me, in Fulio, I don't know if Fulio feels this way, but to me, like, it's kind of comical to me a little bit to watch us all, like, all we're doing is playing a game.
Oh, yeah.
And we kind of expect people to, like, toss us some money. Like, we're little beggars on the street with our little hat there and we're playing our guitar. You know what I mean? It's kind of weird to me because I never had that when I was younger. Like, literally all you had was your living room, you, and your NES. Yeah. That was it.
And you get in trouble for playing games.
Yeah, that game's gonna rot your brain.
Yeah.
But you didn't watch anybody play a game before.
No.
It's really fascinating sometimes to go in. Like Nurse Stew's the other day. Nurse Stew got on, and you know, I do well for myself. And I was like, every once in a while, like once a month, I'll be like, all right, I'll pick a streamer, and I'll go in there and, you know, drop five subs or something like that, you know, or whatever. I don't sub to anybody's channel really too much. I feel like I can get other people can get more out of it if I gift them subs.
Yeah.
Because I feel like those gifted subs, hopefully out of those 5 people or 10 people or whatever out of those gifted, they'll come back to your stream and you can gain, you know, viewers and stuff like that.
True.
That's kind of why I do it that way.
Like a fishing line.
Mm-hmm. So if I don't sub to you, I just don't like recurring charges coming up. Because if I wanted to sub to everybody I know from Mixer, I would like literally have like $500 coming out of my account every month, you know?
Them first 2 months after the transition, they hit the pockets.
It was like everybody was subbing to each other. Like it was all like we were throwing these $5 like just all over the place.
Oh yeah.
But they were still getting their cut no matter what.
Yep.
It's the same $5.
The same $5. Pass it on.
Exactly.
Oh my God, that's funny. But you know, then you got other people like Dr. Disrespect and things like that. Like the production level of their streams is like beyond what anybody could attain.
I mean,
and it sets this really super high bar.
You know, I mean, well, yeah, like his stuff is like off the wall. Yeah, compared to like, it's like even like Ninjas, like you know, it just shows his setup. Like, I know a lot of people whose setups are sweeter than his, to be honest. But Dr. Disrespects, yeah, his stuff is like on another level for sure.
Right. And you got like Summit 1G, huge streamer. It doesn't have like an extravagant, it doesn't have like crazy overlays or nothing. You just got a webcam on the screen and what he's streaming. That's it. I mean, and you know, you look at people like that.
Simple.
Yeah. And I think people kind of get lost. I kind of got lost in it a little bit when I first started thinking I had to have this and have that, but you really don't. All you really have to do is just
be there.
I look at it. I look at it like it's high school all over again, and you're just trying to gain the attention of your other classmates, and then be like, "Oh, this person's cool," and then you're in the cool club, you know. And if you can't make it into the cool club, you're just always going to be down with. I was kind of the kid in high school that hung out with the cool kids, but I also hung out with the nerds too, because the nerds, man, they still had value.
Oh, yeah.
Like people. Because they're smart and they got good grades. So if you were friends with them, you could pair up with them in lab class and physics and get an A. You know what I mean? So I was kind of like,
one step ahead.
You could say I was like the liaison. I was kind of in between everybody. So wasn't a cool kid, wasn't a nerd kid. I was probably
a jock who hung out with everybody.
You were a jock?
Mm-hmm. Oh. Sports.
Nice.
Majorly
average.
Into sports.
I was like in the middle.
What sports you play, Ordanny?
Just baseball.
All right.
Nice.
That's it. Baseball.
It was a one sport I didn't play because I was a girl and they were afraid.
Damn.
What position?
Lost opportunity.
I know. So I played softball.
Center, second base. I did some catching, a little bit of catching, but yeah, I hated catching. That was rough.
Yeah.
Rough.
Yeah, I don't know if I could catch. Especially if you had somebody throwing some heat.
Oh, yeah.
Catchers were always like I don't know. I was a pitcher. I don't know why my coach wanted me to make me a pitcher, but I tried to get on with the Legion team in my hometown. So every day after school, I was in the batting cages every single day for a whole entire like year, the whole year, because it was indoors. So I could always go. So I was always fielding balls. I was always hitting on the hitting machine. And it was like really political in the town I was in. And I didn't have the right last name. So I didn't make the team. So I went to like a smaller rural town south of my house. And obviously I made it. Like I was probably the best player on the team because nobody else, on that team, they all just kind of played just to play. But I was there to like, do something. And so I kind of like, my coach was looking for pitchers. So I was like, I'll pitch. I'll try to throw. So then I became one of the pitchers in the rotation. But he kind of used everybody on the team because it's not like anybody really stood out. And I wasn't even the greatest. He's like, don't throw curves, just throw fastballs. Fastballs.
That's kind of cool. Keep it simple.
Yeah.
Everybody usually wants to be pitcher.
He made me pitch a doubleheader one time. The second game, I gave up like 16 runs in one inning. Like I was gassed, man. I was gassed. I was so gassed. I was sweating. My parents were there watching. It was so embarrassing. I was like, ugh. But he didn't have anybody else to pitch. So when Ordanny was over on Mixer and I first came in there, he wore this shirt one day, and you know how stuff's not like clear. It's not like clear, and it looked like a hospital gown.
It's probably when I had like a shitty camera and overlays, and like I didn't have shit.
And I called him out. I always kind of I'm always making stupid
comments. You
comments,
be talking shit.
Yeah, I know. And I was like,
if she used to piss me off sometimes. I'd be super serious.
No.
Really?
Like, I mean, not like piss me off like personally, but like, like there'd be times where I'd be like super in a game or like something like,
like playing Warzone
like
or something.
Game or something. And then, you're like fucking, I just see you in chat, just like talking shit. I'm like, God damn it. Like, fuck you. Like, shut up. You'd be like talking about something and I'll be like fucking trying to concentrate and I'll be like, oh my God.
That's like my gauge to figure out if somebody's cool that I can hang out with. Like if they can take that and they take it in stride, I'm like, all right, they're cool.
Yeah, like sometimes I'll just read shit. Like even now, like there's other people that do that. They'll just like, like, and then I'll just like read something and I'll just be like, all right, and I'll just whatever.
Well, I got my name and I was like, I kind of have to do this now. I kind of have to throw some chaos into the chat. Like it's part of the persona a little bit. Like. So it wasn't really anything
shit is so
personal. Well, I was just
kind of like fooling around. I'm always messing around, making jokes too.
This is true. Yeah, it took me like a month to figure out when I met you that conductor chaos was for maybe because that was your actual job. Yeah, I just thought your logo looked cool.
That's what Judo said last night, and I just redid it. And
looks good.
Yeah, he likes the old one better. So now I kind of like
I kind of like the old one better too.
I thought the old one looked like a nursery
train. The new one kind of looks like. Let me see. I'm gonna pull it up.
Maybe because it's like Thomas. In that way. Is that what you mean, nursery train?
Okay, so for me, I don't like the face. Like the other one didn't have a face.
Yeah.
Yeah, like for me, that might be what it is. Because like that train by itself without the face, I think would have looked better.
You think?
Yeah.
Let me see. Now I want to look at it again too. Like, wait a minute.
Okay, so like, I pulled it up on Twitter so I can see.
Yeah, that's
both.
where I'm going.
Can see, okay, yeah. Because he's got the background is one and then his icon is one. So you can see them both next to each other. And then they're going opposite ways. So you did like everything opposite, jackass.
Well, I wanted to get edits done. I wanted the background to actually be red. And I wanted the light in the front there above his.
You had all the shit in your
I didn't do that. I went out and I paid a designer to make it. So it's like
you wasted your money.
Oh my god!
You wanted honesty and being honest.
Yeah,
the other one was better. I like the other one better. I do.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it looked too elementary.
Simple, bro. Just conductor chaos.
Yeah.
What are you, a raging fucking train?
Yes.
Oh, is it National Horny Day according to the United States Twitter tweets of 47,000?
Really?
In the numbers? Yeah. 47,000 people
every day
have tweeted hashtag National Horny Day.
Junk.
Nice.
Nice,
people.
Of
Mortal Kombat movie to come out. That's what I want.
Speaking of logos and horny, I was going somewhere. I wasn't trying to like put all the focus on me as much as you guys took it, but what I was getting into that is like, so there's one instance where, was it your wife that posted the video you dropping your drink on your ring cam?
Yeah. That was fucked up.
So I'd always seen those RKO videos and I'm like, I'm going to make an RKO video. So I did an RKO video. So if anyone wants to see that, go to my Twitter.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even remember where the hell it's at, but it's in my timeline somewhere.
I don't even remember this.
But I took your logo and those plugins that I get for free for being in school. It's normally $500 a year to have those plugins for Adobe Premiere. And so I applied some of those plugin overlays to your logo. That's how I made it look like it was on fire.
Oh.
So that was the other thing I wanted to test out. Like
when you find the videos, tag me in it.
What's that?
I'm looking for it right now.
Oh no, it was a long time ago.
That's fine.
Yeah,
I'll find it.
It was pretty funny though.
I can scroll fast.
So
it might have been a while ago, huh?
So the other person that I kind of wanted to have on this podcast, and I know the son of a bitch is listening. Crumpet eating bitch.
Oh, I know who we're talking about now.
Fucking Dado.
Into his,
when did you find Dado?
When did I find Dado?
Yeah.
Probably like a little bit after we found each other. It's been like a year or two. Yeah, it was like back in the early days of Mixer. I think when I was following Dado, I think he had probably less than 200 followers. I think.
Yeah. I wish he would come back, man. He's really hard on himself. He needs to fucking man up, put his socks on, and get this shit to work. He doesn't have to like come back to like try to make it to be a big streamer. Just come back and just throw up a stream every once in a while, you know?
Yeah. No, he said he's working on some. So we'll see. He's doing some big plans. He's got big things going on.
Bullshit. I told him to go to Glimish and make a profile just to have the profile. And he's like, all right, I'll go make it tonight. And it was like 2 weeks later and I went to search Glimish and then I went in his DMs and I'm like, Dado, I don't see your fucking profile. To be honest, man, I don't think I'm ever coming back. I'm like, and then I was in Judo Chop's stream last night and people were dropping emotes in the chat. And so I noticed I still had Dados because I still subbed to him on Twitch.
What? When Dado was streaming, I subbed for him for a full year. So I have his fucking
I still sub to him now.
He's like, the only person. Yeah, I paid for a full year. I'm subbed to him until next August.
Yes. You need to be spamming those everywhere now.
I use them in my chat all the time.
Yeah. Well, Judo picked up on it. He's like, "Oh shit, that's Dados." And then he was like, so he didn't know that you subbed to him too, but he was like, Chaos, I think you and I are the only one that subbed to him. But next time I see him, I'm like, hey, Ordanny like paid for a year. He's like, he's in for a few more months.
Yep, I got a few more months of his emotes.
That's freaking funny.
I'm just gonna take his emotes and add them to mine.
Yeah, it's just steal them.
Yeah, I'm gonna take one of them.
You know what? I think I'll take one too. You have to let me know which one you take, because I've been looking for like the other two. I was going to leave my real life train one on there, and then the other two, I just need to figure out something. But I'm just not into this stuff that big, man. I could really